Hey everyone, Captain here. Coming to you less than 2 days from Thanksgiving. And it's safe to say that yes, the holiday season is upon us. And it's a season that's known for giving and being thankful. Hopefully we all take some time to reflect upon the good things in our lives, our friends, our families, hell, even our jobs, our homes. Because let's face it, there's a lot of people out there that don't have it so good. All these things that we can easily just take for granted, especially in the day-to-day of our lives. We don't think about those that are less fortunate and struggling. And so it's with this in mind that I thought, you know what? Over these past 15 plus years that I've been following the George saga on YouTube, and before YouTube, even on E-Bombs World and Something Awful, I've gotten a lot of enjoyment out of following this thing. So it's probably a good idea, in my own way, to give back a little bit. Because George doesn't have so many of the things that I mentioned. He lives in a car. Sometimes he has a job, and other times he's just a professional DoorDasher. He doesn't have many friends. The family that he does still have are not very immediate, and I don't believe that he has any sort of relationship with them. They probably are praying every time the holidays roll around that they won't get a phone call from him or something like that, or he won't show up at the door. And so I thought, I should help George. We do know that a few years ago, he was so worked up about us thinking he wasn't going to have a Thanksgiving that he was willing to go to a hotel and pay to sit at a table all by himself just so he could have some turkey and tell us that he was having turkey and all the fixings: sweet potato pie, stuffing. And it's weird to say stuffing in a George video without the words his fat face following that word. But I thought, how can I help George have a more enjoyable holiday? And most cities the size of Richmond do have some sort of program that they offer for homeless folks, or as I think they're called these days, the more PC term is unhoused. So for an unhoused person like George, I found a few options. And so I want to start with this one. It's quite simple. It says free Thanksgiving dinner, which seems like it's perfect. It is on Thanksgiving Day, so he will be able to spend the holiday with other people, gobbling down some tasty victuals. And it was kind of lucky that I looked at this a little bit more closely, because there is a big problem with this event. And that is this sentence at the very top, and it says, "Please join UGRC, Black Pride, RVA." And when I saw the words Black Pride, I said, oh no, that's going to be a big problem, because George, as we know, he really likes the N-word. And that could be quite an issue. George might not survive that kind of Thanksgiving dinner if he shows up there throwing that word around. And I wouldn't want to subject these innocent folks to dealing with somebody like that. So I said, you know what, I need to find another option. So I continued looking and got really lucky, and I chanced upon this one. Now, some of these events have already passed. But there is one right here. It says, Us Giving Richmond Connections, 1407 Sherwood Avenue. And it's on Thursday, November 28th. Dine in or pick up. So that is a place that George can go. I can't make any guarantees about how many minorities will be there. So it still could be somewhat of a problem. But this is probably the better option for George. And the really lucky thing is that during the same time, there's another event at the Giving Heart. Because we know one Thanksgiving meal is not going to be enough for George. So if he gets there right at 11 a.m. and he eats, he can stuff his face and then go to the next one and then stuff his face again. And then at the very bottom, I see this affordable meals. Walmart, buy a meal for under $7 per person. So the coolest thing about this one is George can hit these first two that I mentioned, then dash on over, no pun intended, to Walmart, stuff his face again, and then he's already got his car in the parking lot where he can go to sleep. Because we all know what's better than dozing after a Thanksgiving meal with, what's that shit called? Like, I think the tryptophan. So I've got your whole day planned out for you, George. And me, I have been Americanized enough to appreciate a good Thanksgiving dinner. But personally, I prefer to eat some pho. So I will have some pho with my food. Because that's what us third-generation Vietnamese do. So, George, next time you feel like I haven't been so nice to you, or I give you a hard time, remember how I helped you out on this holiday. Anyhow, that's all I got. I want to wish all of you a very good holiday, safe holiday, and yeah, this is the Captain, signing off.